Happy morning, guys. This is Dr.R.Saranya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science with Cybersecurity from Dr.R.S.N.S.R.C.A.S College of Arts and Science. Today, in this lecture series, we are going to discuss about the subject Programming in C. In that Programming in C, we are going to discuss the topic C Preprocessor. It's a very important topic. Listen, guys. Preprocessor na enna? Preprocessor we simply used to call as a program that process source code before the compilation starts. For example, if you are start writing a code, C code after that we are checking over the error, right? So for that we are using compilation process. So before that we are going to use the preprocessor in order to expand the source code. The transforming the code before compilation. We simply used to call as a microprocessor that is used by the compiler in order to transforming the code before compilation starts. It also allows the macro concepts. Here let us discuss that all preprocessor directives starts with # symbol. So we have a list of preprocessor directives. First is none other than macro # define. It's used to define a macro piece of code. And then undef is used to undefine a macro. If suppose define some constant value, so that before end the code we have to undefine it means. So for that we can specify this preprocessor. # include is used to include external as well as internal files in the source code program. # if check for the specified condition, if that particular condition if you want to check over, so for that we can specify if, or else concepts we can alternate the code that executes when if fails. So for that we can specify # else, and then else if else if you all know very well, right? Combines else and if for another condition check. Two or more conditions are there, so for that we can use else if. End if used to mark the end of the if concepts, or else if definition, if and definitions. So for that reason we are going to specify the end if. So these are the preprocessor directive basically we are going to use in C programming. Let us see the features of C processors. In that C preprocessor, we have different types of C preprocessor. One is macro, and another thing is file inclusion, and then conditional compilation and other directives. Macro simply we used to call as a piece of code in a program that given some kind of names. Whenever this name is encountered by compiler, we usually use that preprocessor called # define. If you want to define a macro, we can specify # define. Let us see one example program for relate to # define function preprocessor. Here is an example. First we are going to start with # include standard input output .h and then following with preprocessor # define. You all know very well, right? Pi value. So that pi value, mathematical value, pi is none other than 3.14. So that we are going to specify here with in order to define with the help of macro. So here what purpose we are specifying pi value means we have to find out the area of circle. So area of circle formula you all know very well, right? Pi r square. So for that we are going to use that pi as an # define macro. And then for area calculations, # define area underscore circle of r. So that r that calculated results we are going to specify in following: pi into r, that is none other than pi r square. And then main function. In that main function, what are the variable you are in need of in order to calculate the area of circle, that we are going to specify here, int r. So radius irundha we can able to calculate the circle, right? Area of circle. So for that reason we are specifying int r, and then getting the radius value from the user during the runtime of execution. So the printf scanf for getting the radius of circle from the user. After that, float area, because the calculated result might be committed in point values, right? So for that we are going to specify the data type as float. And then area is equal to area underscore circle of R. So that calculated results we are going to print area of circle as in float. For example, enter the radius of the circle 21. So obviously the calculated result area of circle is 1385.44. Hope you understand clearly about the C preprocessor. Thank you for your patient listening. Thank you. Have a nice day.